Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about patterns in collaboration with higher time frame analysis and top-down analysis through our price action. We're going to be talking about the importance of understanding how to incorporate patterns in patterns and how to accurately trade without any hassles, without any headaches or anything like that. So yes, without any further waste of time, let's get straight to it.
Those made it.
Right, like we said, we're going to be talking about patterns in patterns, right? So as you can see, as I drew here, this is the best drawing I could come up with. I'm really sorry. So what usually happens, right, throughout price action and any other any price, or rather any chart, any instrument, any currency, any indice, commodity, any chart, usually this is what happens. Sometimes one of the best trades to wait for are the ones that are in sync, right? They are in sync, or they are they're in the same terms as the higher time frame. So as I drew here, sometimes you'd see on the daily chart, right? On the daily chart we have an ascending channel, right? We have an ascending channel like this, you know, 3-touch confirmation. I believe in my previous videos I spoke about this, so if you guys want more videos pertaining to that, like 3-touch confirmation, the best reversal patterns, continuation patterns, I have videos for that, so links will be in the description. But we're going to be touching on that today. We're going to be touching on 3-touch confirmations, we're going to be touching on reversal patterns, continuation patterns, a little bit. But if you want more in-depth conversations pertaining to that, links are in the description below. So on the daily you will find sometimes an ascending channel with 3-touch confirmation, and on the third touch right here, on the third touch, you would go on the 4-hour and you will find this pattern here. So this pattern being on the on the third touch of the daily chart, right, you find a rising wedge, and with the rising wedge you see the third touch confirmation. And on the third touch, if you go on the 1 hour, you would find a reversal pattern like this, right, where there's one touch and there's a continuation, an impulsive push to the low, a continuation pattern, some sort of a flag or a pennant or a triangle, whatever the case may be, and then the market continues in the opposite direction. Now the market is not always going to be this conducive, it's not going to be this correlating, but sometimes it does. And when it does, those are the trades that you should not miss. You have to take them by all means necessary, right? So it's not always a rising wedge. Sometimes it's going to be a rising or an ascending channel inside an ascending channel, and inside that ascending channel there will be an ascending channel to go with it. So we're going to be going through some examples of this, and for further clarity, so that you can start implementing it in your trading career. On the first example, right, we are on CAD USD, or rather USD CAD, sorry. And on USD CAD, as you can see, we have a huge downtrend. Here it is, right here. We have a huge downtrend, and we have this structure that has built since 2021 on the daily chart, right? So let's draw our structure here and identify it.
Those made it.
I want to make it as clear as possible, right? So as you can see, this may not have a 3rd touch confirmation, but it is a rising and ascending channel, of source, right? It is ascending channel. It is moving correctively, right? It's moving very correctively, but it is ascending regardless. Let's go on the lower time frame for further confirmation. Right, we are on the 4-hour chart, and as you can see on this touch here, we have a structure that we can identify, right? So we may draw it this way and perhaps draw it this way as well, right? Just for the sake of making sense, right? So inside of the larger channel, we have another channel here that has reversed, right? But I want to show you the interesting thing that happens here on the 1-hour chart. Check this out. Let's go on the 1-hour chart. Right, we are on the 1-hour chart, and this is the structure right here. This is the structure that was on the previous time frame on the 4-hour chart, but on the 1-hour chart we see the same structure or the same reversal pattern that we drew on our presentation previously on the first segment. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. We have this touch, a huge high test, which is a clear rejection of price, an impulsive move to the low, and we have a continuation pattern that continues all the way to the low, right? This is what we mean by patterns and patterns. On the daily chart we have the channel, on the 4-hour we have the channel inside the channel, and here we have the continuation pattern, or rather the reversal pattern inside the channel. And these are the ones in which it is sinful to miss, right? These are the high probability setups that are very, it's a sin to miss them. And if you're taking this one, you would have probably made 180, maybe 260 pips they're about, depending of course on your trade management once you go into profits. Let's move on to the next example, which is GBP USD. On GBP USD we have a very interesting scenario here. We have a zone, as you can see. We have a zone that has been respected since 2016. Here's the first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch. We saw a false breakout around 2020. This was around the beginning of Corona, and the market came back into the structure and respected this zone, right? So it was a false break, and today we see another false breakout. It could be a breakout, I'm not sure, but it seems false, right? On this false breakout we see a structure, right? We see a structure that goes something along the lines of this, right? So this could be a falling wedge, as you would call it, right? A falling wedge, right on the touch of this zone here. Let's go on the 4-hour chart to see the patterns inside this falling wedge. Right, on the 1-hour chart, as you can see, here is the structure that we identified on the previous time frame. Yes, this is it. This is the falling wedge. The falling wedge. Here's the zone. Let me highlight it. Here's the zone right here, and here's the structure we identified with the daily time frame. But interestingly, on the 4-hour we see another structure inside the structure, right? Inside the structure. Oh, and also we see a 3-touch confirmation. So let me do this. Hold on. Let me do this. So on the daily we identified the falling wedge, and we have a 3-touch confirmation, 1, 2, and 3. And also right now with the structure that we've identified inside the structure, some sort of a descending channel, or it could be a wedge, I'm not really sure, but it looks like a descending channel to me. With that we see a 1 touch, second touch, third touch, and a rise, right? So let's go on the 1 hour to see if there's any other patterns inside this pattern. Right, on the 1 hour chart, we don't necessarily see a clear pattern, but we do see patterns inside patterns. So inside this pattern here that we identified on the 4 hour, we see this pattern here. We see this pattern and we see this pattern. Granted, we see it on in hindsight, yes, but it's always a good idea to keep in mind that there are patterns inside patterns. And then we see the third touch, we see a rise, and we see a continuation pattern of sorts right here. Right, you see a continuation pattern here, and even moving on, one of the reasons why I took this one, let me remove this real quick. The market is not going to be always clean, but also confirmation of, if you remember very well, on the previous time frames on the daily, we identified this falling wedge, but the confirmation of the breakage of this falling wedge was this continuation pattern right here. This continuation pattern confirmed to me that we are continuing to the high, and we've broken the larger structure over here, and hence today the market has risen for about, after breakage, let me see, for about 200 pips thereabout. And yes, that is what we mean by patterns in patterns. So that'll be all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will implement it in your trading career. Like I said, if you want more in-depth conversations, or rather videos of continuation patterns, reversal patterns, top-down analysis, the works, links are in the description down below. I'm sure you will get a lot of value just from watching those videos, but otherwise, yes, please do implement patterns and patterns in your trading, and I assure you that you will start experiencing more consistency. Other than that, I would like to apologize for not posting consistently. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff in my own personal life, so I will try my utmost best to post more consistently, so that you get more value through the content in which I serve. But otherwise, that'll be all, man. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share this with your friends and family, and comment down below if you want me to talk about anything, any other questions that you have, any other topics that you want me to cover. Feel free to comment down below. This is indeed a Forex tribe, and a tribe of Forex bosses where we're going to grow together. Thank you very much. Peace out.